Okay, welcome back. All right, so today I'm going to tackle this toxic release inventory site app again. Do a couple things with it. In the last video, I kind of had Codex and Claude um, kind of mishmash and review each other's code to get some features in here. This sidebar of toxic release inventory sites of toxic release inventory features that are displayed on the map. And I want to tweak a few things today. Maybe use a little bit more AI to do some stuff. We'll see. Okay, so first thing I gotta do is kind of fix some stuff AI did. This is part of the bit where I talked about read the code. And it's mostly about understanding the code, having some engineering background into what things are happening that I just didn't pay attention to at first. I totally forgot what was going on. Um, but basically, like right now, I've got 1,600 features on the map, and it's a little slow, man. Like if I pan around, that query is a bit slow, but I think that's a given. I'm actually generating 2,300 elements for this list, right? It's not paginated at all. That's a different issue I'm not going to worry about today. But I was like, why is just panning the map kind of a thing? And I can't pan again. Like you can't really notice in the video. Basically, when this is here for a second or so, I can't really pan on the map. It's just kind of stuck. And I was like, why is that happening, right? So I started to think about it. And initially, when I started this app, I was using the layer view to do all the queries, okay, which is fast because the data is already in the map. But it's only useful in certain situations. In this case, I actually wanted to get the address as well, which was not part of the data needed to draw the features, right? So what it did is it added the outfields to the return of the query in here. So if I do, was it create query in here, right? So this adds the outfields here, the TRI site fields, which are these particular fields here, street address, city, and street, right? Problem is that data is not needed to render the map. Not at all. It's only needed to do my query. So when the AIs, I can't remember if it was Claude or Codex, one of them was going through this and actually gave us some docs like layer views and stuff like that. What it did is it went ahead and let me see here if I do search for outfields again. What it did is actually change the outfields of the layer, and it even gives me a comment here. Widening outfields makes the TRI fields available to client-side queries. Once the layer view refetches until the query sites fall back to the services, right? So what it does is it has a little, I don't like this at all, really. It's got some code up here that goes, hey, on my layer, and there's like a layer view bit down here, right? So basically what it does is it sets the outfields in the layer so that all the fields are returned every time I draw. So every time I pan the map, so it's had 2,800 features there. Now I have 25. So it makes a query for the 25, but 2,500 more times what? How many fields I'm getting, right? A lot of data coming back with that. I think that's slowing things down, right? So if I were to go ahead and do something like, I'm not going to do this. I am not going to change the outfields for my layer. The app won't work right now, I don't think. If I refresh it, it'll probably give some error. Something's not going to work for the sidebar bit, right? This isn't going to work. If I zoom in, okay, that still works. Oh, yeah, so that still works. Why does that still work? All right, so okay, so we're getting rid of that. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that. So let's get rid of this bit here. Okay, so here we go. So if I just did this, so if I said the result is the layer view result, right? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this bit here. Don't need this. Okay, so that's my result from the layer view. Okay, so let's refresh. Come down here. Now remember again, layer view is data that's already visible on the map. These features, unable to load TRI sites for this extent. So if I look at my, what is the So the error I get here is that. There we go. So the error that we get here is that's invalid or missing fields. That's because we did not update the outFields the way the the LLM initially wanted to. It wanted to add all those fields to the outFields and do it. Now there's some logic in here that said, hey, if I can't do the LayerView query, but it was trying to say if all the features are available in the LayerView, do the LayerView query. If they're not, do a layer query. I think is what the deal was, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to change this to do TRI layer all the time, because I want fields that are not in my not in the layer view, right? I want fields that are not being used to draw. I want more fields. That's why I'm doing this. Let me try this again. That works. Okay, so now if I, where's my X? Sorry, I'll usually have my font this big on here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so now if I pan the map around, okay, that is so much better. Well, so I don't know if you it's noticeable in the video, but as I pan my map around, this is so much faster. Just that one change to not have all those extra outfields in here, right? Which is great. Yeah, that was awesome. Now, if I did not show the address, city, and state in here, that might be even better. But I think it just kind of adds to this little list in here, right? So, okay, so we're going to go ahead, save all that. And we're going to just go make a little comment in here. Fix. Let's just say the fix was to remove outfields from TRI layer. Just a quick little thing there. Okay, perfect. All right, awesome. That's what I wanted to do. So now what I'm going to do is that, see, I've got Claude in here. I've got Codex, but I did get OpenCode. OpenCode's got a deal where you get like the first month for $5, right? For OpenCode Go, which is their like a cheaper one. There's OpenCode Zen, which is more of you buy credits, usage, and stuff like that. But I'm gonna try OpenCode Go. I'm not gonna try Kimi. Like 2 prompts or 3 prompts of my OpenCode Go usage for like the week is gone. It's like at double the usage limits and stuff like that, depending what you ask it to do. And I just don't feel like asking it to do much right now. So I'm gonna use this DeepSeek V4 Pro. This is supposed to be pretty good for getting work done. We are gonna try this out. Before I do that though, I am gonna go ahead and create a new branch. So I'm gonna let me go ahead and push this up like so, boom, like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and check a new branch out. We're gonna call it sidebar. It's not sidebar, it's list click. All right. So okay, so we're on a new branch now. I'm gonna ask OpenCode to, when I click on one of these items in the TRI sites, I want to zoom to it on the map. Okay. When I click on a item, the calcite list of TRI sites, I want to zoom to that location on the map. Now, I don't know how well it's going to work here, right? It may try to do some weird stuff, but we will find out. My experience has been that OpenCode is a little slower than the Claude and Codex, so we'll be back.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Oh, okay. It is done. Huh. I gotta say, I'm somewhat impressed by the work that it did, right? So I was watching the code go through here, and I was reading a bunch of the types and the code and node modules and stuff, right? So it added this handle list change. very cool. All right, so it's got a little event here. Gets the list element with the list change event. Grabs my selected items. Okay. And return it. Okay, if there's no items, map's not ready. Okay, good. So there's a value on the selected items. So I must be assigning a value now to the calcite list items. Okay. I'll check the code directly right now, just to look at what it did. And here's really cool too, is it actually goes to the view element and does a go to. Very cool. Ready map. I'm not sure what this ready map is. It must be is this ready map? I don't know. It did something. So, okay, so let me refresh this real quick. Now, if I, okay, it took a little bit. Zoom in. All right, pick this one. It zoomed. It did not pick it though. Okay, I see what's happening. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I see what's going on. All right. It's fine. Where's my? Yeah, here we go. All right, so let's see what it did. I think we could tweak the work it did too, right? So let me go back to what it told me it did. All right, so added a feature graphic to store the full feature for geometry, right? In the TRI site interface. Create TRI site, stores the graphic in each site entry. All right. Query returns geometry changed to true to retrieve geometry from the server. So, okay, so it's not using the actual. Okay, that's fine. That is cool. So that's one way to do it. I might do things differently, but it's okay. Let's look at the code, see what it's doing. New handler to read selected list items value, right? Finds a matching TRI site, calls view element site featured. Okay, that's fine. Calcite list replaced interaction mode static, interaction mode single, and wired on calcite list change. Okay, that's kind of, so instead of just clicking, well, I mean, it is clicking, right? But it's selecting it for me. So if I come down here, boom. So it should be this one right here. No, Blackfoot Brass. Boom. This one? Nope. It was Idaho something, right? I forget. Still 203 sites in here. Okay, so now it's Blackfoot Brass. A lot easier to tell here. So, okay. All right. Let's come over here. Let's see where it does some changes. Okay, so the features, the graphic. So it's going to return geometry, which is fine. Let me see something. Oh, I don't want to do this. It's going to blow up my. Yeah. Okay, hold on. It's okay. What is this? Let's see here. Equal to feature. So get object ID? Oh, it is. Look at that. Oh, okay. All right. So I think I would rather. Okay, I'm gonna play around with this because what it's doing is actually storing the feature from the query from the layer. But I've already got the feature in the layer view, and I could do something with the OID selection, right? Leave this as is in here. Oh man, so okay, that's fine. So these are all getting used to text. Interesting. So where is that site? Okay, so all right, that's fine. So let's do this here. Okay, so see where the other changes it did. Okay, in here, handle this change, right? So here's where I think I want to play around with this. So I'm going to say, okay, hold on. Const OID. I don't want to trust object ID because I don't know. It's not always object ID. Always. Sometimes it's different. And because I uploaded this data via a GeoJSON, and it should be an object ID, but I have an FID too. It's not shapefile. No, it should be object ID. It's okay. Trust get object ID as the one to get your OID, right? So now what I'll do is okay, so let's do this. Let's do a const query is going to be equal to do I have the try? I do not have the. Do I have the layer here? TRI layer. I do not have that layer. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Boom. Like so. I'm just going to cheat. Boom. All right, so we never set the status layer because we don't need it. We're somewhere else. No, I'm not in layer. Let's come back down here in the app. So under here, so in the app, we're going to go ahead and do this right here just for now. So we're not going to use the map. We're going to use, I think it's called ready map. Dot. Oh, there is map on ready map. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So I got TRI layer and I got, okay. So now I'm going to go and get, if not TRI layer returns, sure. What I want to do, I'm going to try this. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna try something before I get stupid here. So we're gonna do a go to. We're gonna, is this async? It is not async. That's okay. We're gonna say site dot feature. Ooh, but it's not on the map. No, that's why I need it. Okay. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. This is why I need the layer view. So we're gonna say, no, don't. Sometimes I do not like this code. I forgot to turn off Copilot down here. Sorry. So const layer view. What? I wonder if this messed me up. Object, mine says, oh yeah, it is object ID. All right, let's try this now. Undefined. All right, no arguments needed. Huh. Oh, for crying out loud. All right, so that's not working right now. I got to refresh. Just give me, I think I need to refresh. Let's refresh. There we go. Now I get object ID. That's what it was. I had to refresh. Sorry. Ooh, but now it's not working. So, okay. I have a layer. What about a layer view? Do I got a layer view? No, I don't have a layer view. Okay. All right. So we're going to come down to, what's this stupid thing called? Handle list change, I think. Okay, so we're going to make this a yeah. Okay. I can't find promise. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. Now we're gonna do, instead of this, we're gonna say that await one layer view as feature layer view. There we go. We're gonna just do it at await here. Let's refresh. See, even I gotta like figure out what I'm doing here. Okay, I'll leave that there. I'll clean up in a second. Boom. I got layer view, should work. And boom, there we go. Now, all of that to say, I wanted to do that for just a very dumb reason. Because what I want to do here is also want to say, um, uh, feature dot, no, I want to do ready map, the v element pop up open is equal to true. Not pop up. It's pop up element. Sorry. Could it be false? I think it's complaining because it could be. Oh, okay, okay. All right, right. If there we go. Oh, come on, man. All right. Left-handed side. Oh, it doesn't like these things in here. I shouldn't eat them anymore though. So I don't know why it's so picky. All right, let's get rid of this stuff. Get rid of this. Refresh. Okay. Boom. There. That's what I wanted to do. I want all that work. The past few minutes just so I can get the pop-up to open when I click on this little side thing here, right? It's yeah. What I wouldn't want to have normally what I would want to do is I want to keep this selected, keep the list as is, don't change it. But I'm also changing the list whenever you pan the map and get into extent. That's happening too, right? So yeah, yeah. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna go and say if I do this, if I do false and then true, it's gonna like update stuff for me. I really don't know. Maybe. I don't know if I need to do that or not. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Tough to tell. I'm gonna leave that. Yes, I'm gonna leave that as is. Right. Okay. So basically, set the features to the feature. Say true. And you get to go. There was something here for Nevada, I think. Right? No, I thought there was. Texas. Anything in Texas? There we go. We got a Texas one. Oh, look at that. Bam. Okay. So yeah. All right, that's working. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna do is to close this. I don't have any consoles in here, do I? No, nothing that's like not necessary. Hold on. These are consoles for errors, but no console log. Okay, that's cool. It's cool. So now I did that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to Codex, and I'm gonna say write some test for the uncommitted changes in this app. Boom. All right, so I'm gonna go there write some tests. One kind of odd thing too. That's not odd, I guess. But one thing I noticed too when I first start my app, because I've got the sidebar now, so the map doesn't take up a whole lot of space like it used to. You get no TRI sites because I'm not here. They show up when I zoom in a bit, like maybe one zoom level in, they'll show up, but then I'm gonna render a whole lot. Like only 920. There's something up with the query here where it tries to render this extent. For some reason, it only gives me 928. I don't know why. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and maybe set a extent in the map to like here or something, maybe around Kansas or something like that, right? So let's come over here. Let's go to the web map. Let's go content. Instead of doing it so it's the whole US, just because of my particular app, I'm gonna go and set it up so it only does maybe like right around here or something like that, right? Let's go ahead and try and center Kansas somewhat in the middle. Okay, that's fine with me. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to go into, where's save? Save. Is that going to do it for me? I think it's saving. Saving. Okay, it's saved. So now if I refresh this, there we go. Yeah, like closer like having Kansas in the middle. I've got 771 sites by default, at least in this view. Normally it's a little bit smaller, but it's okay. And there we go. Boom. All right. Nice. Close that up. I start clicking on other ones. Okay, perfect. Oh, it wants to ask a question. Yeah, go ahead. Do whatever you gotta do. What are you adding? I need to check to see what's gonna add. That's horrible of me. V-test. Oh, I don't have any tests in this app. I thought for sure I had tests in this app. All right. This is gonna take a while. But okay. You know what? I'll talk about testing and stuff in here. I thought I had tests, for crying out loud. Hold on, wait. I guess I did not. Okay. I will talk about testing in the next video. I just want to show going over a feature, looking at what the AI code did for me, and then just kind of fix what it did. I did that twice. I fixed what it did for the last video, where the AI code did some stuff that I forgot about. That I didn't tell it to fix. That's kind of my fault. So fixing that, and then the AI stuff I ran this time to add a new feature to the app where you click on the list and zoom to it. Kind of fixed the way that works as well. And it probably would have done it if I gave it some doc and told it to do some things a certain way. I'm sure it would have figured it out, right? Tell it to use the layer view, query the layer view for features instead of directly the layer in this case. Using the object IDs, I want the feature that's on the map so I can do some stuff. And it would have figured it out. So, okay, there we go. Like I said, I will go ahead and talk about testing and see what this LLM does for testing in the next video. And I'll be helpful for you guys. So if you got any questions, feel free to drop them down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks a lot.